because you get a great view over the hills and valleys around Manali. Welcome to Manali in northern India. This is the capital city of Himachal Pradesh province, the main city in the Kulu Valley, and a beautiful and very popular place for tourists to come because it is mountainous and the trekking is very popular here. I arrived a few days ago from down the bottom of the hill there. There is a bus stand where they drop you off. I came on a bus from Amritsar, walked up the hill to the old mall. This is the mall in Manali, in the newer part of Manali. It's really popular, pedestrianised main streets. You have got a lot of tourist places here. You've got hotels and restaurants, everything you need. A lot of Indian tourists come here. It's a really interesting place to visit. We'll take a walk up here now and show you what it looks like. There are two parts of Manali, this part and Old Manali, which is about 2 kilometers away. I chose to stay here. Most backpackers stay in Old Manali, but I chose to stay here because of the location to close proximity to the bus station, because I'd planned to get a bus straight away onto Leh. Plans changed because that Delhi belly wasn't feeling too good, so I ended up staying in my hotel, the Premier Inn, which is just a block that way, which is really quite good. I'll show you it later before the end of the video. And decided to stay and get better and enjoy Manali a little bit and have a look around. Now it's the first really sunny day today. Hello, how are you? Good. Okay. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Looks like a good place here. Salim House.
This is my brother.
Okay, his brother. Check this place out in Mall Road. People are quite friendly here. So I'm just walking up now and we are at the other bus stop. This is the bus stand in Mall Road. Now, if you want to go on to Leh Ladakh, which is I want to do, the HPTC bus stand is here, and buses leave from here at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to Leh. They're coming all the way from Delhi, and they're these old style local buses. So they're only 800 rupees, 850 rupees I think, but it would be quite a rough journey on one of these buses over the 3 mountain passes to Leh, which is going to be insane. I'm going to do it in 2 days time. I've chosen not to go on one of these because I don't want to come here at 2 in the morning. They have got nicer buses which you can book up the road for 1,800. It's an extra 1,000, but they go at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is far more civilized as far as I'm concerned. But if you want to get one of these buses to Leh, come to the HRTC bus stand and buy your ticket from the driver apparently at 2 AM, which is a horrible time to leave anywhere, right? But that's the bus stand here. Thought I'd show you that. Buses leave from here, I think, going to various locations around Himachal Pradesh, and then we're back onto Mall Road. The guys hanging outside the temple here, their Nepalese topis on. I think there's a lot of Nepalese and Tibetans and a lot of different mountain people up here. Beautiful shrine there. You can see the lovely intricate woodwork. Beautiful. Dogs sleeping on the floor. People just sit around on benches and enjoy the ambience. You've got like markets all behind here where you can buy food, you can buy souvenirs, lots of souvenir stalls. All the things a traveller could ever wish for is along Mall Road. Yeah, all the kind of trekking gear that you could ever want, outdoor wear, which you probably need here in the winter. It gets very cold. They're doing it all up, so it's getting very modernised. Imagine it's changed over the years. And show you a bit more of the top end of the town here. There's some nice restaurants, Natu's Pure Veg restaurant there. There's the cafe, 1986 I think down there, which is a really popular one for tourists. Now up here by Manali Momos is the Himachal Tourism's deluxe bus booking. That's where you can get the deluxe bus to Leh. Go in there and you can buy a ticket. There's a deluxe bus booking Manali to Leh Ladakh, leaving at 5 AM, 1,800 a seat. I'm looking forward to that journey. Yeah, it's a nice sunny day today. It's August and it tends to, we're in the end of rainy season, monsoon, so it tends to rain in the afternoons. Clouds are building up on the mountain peaks there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we've got some rain a bit later. So hopefully we can see a bit of town before that. Statue at the top here, and I'm going to walk around this way now towards the old town. There's tuk-tuks leaving from there. If you don't want to walk it, you can get a tuk-tuk, and there's a hill between here and the old town where there's a temple on there, which is a popular place to see. So I'm going to go and have a look at that now. We're walking up this quite steep road. You've got the Meru Park on this side, which looks very nice. Lots of mature pine trees there. And then on this side there's another hill where the temple is that I'm heading up to right now. Now, if you've watched our channel before, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, where's the other frugal traveller? I'm Lee, one of the frugal travellers, and the other one of the frugal travellers is Mandy, my better half. She's currently in Thailand with her sister, having a bit of a tour for 3 weeks. So check out those videos because she'll be showing those later after this series. I'm in India for another month on my own, so I'm going to head up to Ladakh and around to Srinagar as well in Kashmir, hopefully, if all goes to plan. For now, I'm enjoying Manali. Getting a bit out of breath walking up this hill. There's plenty of food places on the way, so that's good. And it's just started to rain a little bit of a shower, typical for August time. One thing you see around here is a lot of bike rental places. A really popular thing is to hire either a scooter, a Royal Enfield, or an off-road bike and go touring around the area, because there's so many mountains, mountain passes to see, or you could even be really adventurous, get a bike and go yourself independently all the way up to Ladakh, which would be an amazing experience, only for the professionals, I think. People who know what they're doing with motorbikes, which isn't me. We almost missed that turn off there. Some steps all the way up to the Hidimba temple. I'll follow this now. Getting up nearer to the temple now, and along this path there's lots of little souvenir stalls. They're all kind of covered up now because it's fairly early in the morning, but it's a really popular place for tourists to come. So you've got all of these facilities around here. So here we are amongst the beautiful huge pine trees is the Jai Mata Hidimba temple. Now this dates back to the 16th century, I believe. A very sacred place. It's a good time to come here because there's not so many people around earlier in the morning. Very impressive wooden structure. Let's have a look closer. So you cannot photograph inside, so I won't be able to show you inside, but the intricate carving here on the outside is so impressive. Beautiful scenes. I think this comes from the Mahabharata. There's a tale in that epic story that relates to this temple. You can see how much effort has gone into the construction of it. Wow. Quiet around here. There's pilgrims leaving offerings there. You see a lot of these on the fences on the way up here. The horns, not sure if it's some kind of goat, markhor, don't know. So I just went inside, very dark in there, no photography allowed. A few shrines, very interesting. I paid my respects, left a little donation, and the priest gave me some of this, which is a prasad, somebody told me, which is like an offering that you eat, you know, like the, I don't know, the bread of God or something like that. Yeah, really nice. So that is the temple. Started to rain. I'm going to head down now towards the old town of Manali. The afternoon rain come a little bit earlier than expected, so it looks like I'm sheltering here for a little while. Sun's out now. So as is typical during monsoon season here, you'll get a massive downpour for like 10-15 minutes, then it will clear and it will be sunny again. Brilliant. There's nice views here over to the other side of the Bees River. Now on that side is Vashisht, which is another village about 2 kilometers away from Manali, and that is really popular as well with backpackers, sort of bohemian hippie types who want to go up there and chill like in a quieter place. So you've got 3 choices really in Manali. You've got the mall area, the old town, or Vashisht. Take your choice. So cross the bridge, turn left and follow Mano Temple Road up the hill, and this is Backpacker Central. This is where most cheap budget accommodation is, cheap budget restaurants, fancy probably more restaurants as well. You've got a choice up here. I might be able to get something decent to eat. Still pretty quiet at this time of year I think, but got a nice vibe. Rooms available, backpackers headquarters, cafes, cakes, you name it, it's all here. So this is really interesting for me to see. I actually came to Manali in 1996 when I was traveling in India before I met Mandy in Nepal. But I passed through really quickly again, swapped buses, spent a night down at the bottom there, and jumped on another bus to the Parvati Valley, which is another beautiful valley people go to around here. So I didn't get to see this part of town. I'm really pleased I stuck around this time and got to experience it, because it does look quite nice and mellow. Kind of place you could hang around for a while, enjoy the scenery, and just a cool, laid-back backpacker vibe. Himalayan kitchen, Old Manali. This looks very popular amongst the backpacker set. I've noticed one of the things here is like the majority of the population of people staying here are all Westerners. It's all foreign tourists, whereas down in the newer part of Manali it's all Indian tourists. So yeah, interesting observation there. And I've heard that in all the restaurants here you have the 3 eyes: Indian, Israeli and Italian. So you can get all the food from home that you might want. Depends where you're from. I just stepped off the main road for a moment because this is what I saw. Look at this incredible building, barn, whatever. This is, I assume, why it is called Old Manali, because you've got these lovely old buildings here. Hope the cow doesn't mind me popping into his little courtyard, but this looks pretty amazing. Very authentic, a lovely wooden structure. Looks like it's kind of falling apart in parts, but spectacular. And this is of course what attracted the hippies to India in the very first place. It grows wild here, and it's funny, I think it's ironic really that they all came up to Old Manali because it was cheap and stayed here. And it's got a reputation of being a cheap place, but now because it's become so popular and all of these flashpacker places have sprung up, that it's not really so cheap anymore, and you're probably better off in New Manali for cheaper food, from what I've seen anyway. And up on top of the hill we have the Manu Rishi Temple, built in 1991. This is the landing site apparently of an ark where Manu, the creator of civilization, landed after a great flood, much like Noah's Ark in the biblical story. Built in 1991. Very interesting. No photography inside, but worth coming up for the views alone, because you get a great view over the hills and valleys around Manali. Back off the main road now, and if I'm correct, this is Tiger Alley, a little side track which takes you past some very interesting old style buildings. People are doing their washing there. This is traditional Old Manali. Got some lovely old barns and then some big concrete structures right next door to it, so quite incongruous, but interesting side to see the back of Old Manali. And I think there's a few backpackers places down here as well. worth looking at. Tiger Eye Guest House, I think that's a popular one. This is what walking around Manali is all about, really. It's just wandering and sort of like seeing where you end up. The Ganga House homestay. You've got Mrs. Cow there having a lunch. Really nice, peaceful, quiet vibe around here. The dog's got the right idea. There's hostel that way. Always nice to see the Tibetan prayer flags there. Mars Monkey Hostel and Cafe. I've come to the Mahadimba Dhaba in Old Manali down at the bottom of the hill, and there was a lot of people in here earlier, so I thought it's always a good thing to come into a place like this. I've been sick, so I've got to be careful what I eat at the moment, all bland stuff. I've just got a 2-egg omelette, 50 rupees. That's going to give me some protein, which I haven't had for a long time. And then I've got 10 veg momos, steamed momos coming soon, which will also be easy on my stomach. And these are veg steamed momos, which are very popular. Tibetan dish you'll find in Nepal and in northern India. They're basically dumplings. They've been steamed and they've got vegetables inside. Really good, and they'll be easy on my stomach. I totally recommend that place, Mahadimba Dhaba, down at the bottom of the hill there. Really good food. Lovely Nepalese couple. Was chatting to them, and they saw my Nepal t-shirt, and I told them I met my wife there 28 years ago, and they left 27 years ago to come here to India. And there's so many Nepalese here, so that's why you get all of that influence in the food up in this region. Anyway, I'm going to cross the bridge now. And rather than go over the hill to the temple, I'm going to walk back through the forest, the Meru forest, which is quite pretty, I think. Nice change from just being on the road. Such a lovely, peaceful way to walk back between Old Manali and New Manali. And after that lovely 30-minute walk, I'm back down on Mall Road in New Manali, I suppose you'd call it. Now, Old Manali, you could see it was like 99% Western tourists, and here I'd say it's 99% Indian tourists. It's a really nice vibe, lots of people around, so plenty going on. You know that the restaurants are all going to be being used, and they're not just sitting empty like they are in Old Manali. Great spot. I do like it here. I'm glad I chose to stay in this part of town. So to show you what you get for your money for accommodation in Manali, this is where I'm staying in New Manali. The Premier Inn it's called. It's only 1 block away from Mall Road. There's the sign. There's a communal balcony out there, but I've got a view of the mountains just above the hotel there. So it's a nice light room. Now this is a big double room. I'm impressed, much bigger than what I normally have. Nice big comfortable double bed. It's got lights and bedside tables that I need. It's got a chair and a table, which is like, this is luxury for me, really. A television, which is an ornament. I don't think that really works. Yeah, plenty of space. A fan. This isn't air conditioned, but you don't really need it here. And a nice reasonable bathroom with a normal Western toilet, a bum gun, shower with really hot water, sink, etc. Now I'm paying for this 372 rupees, which is under £4. It's incredible for a double room per night for myself. Found it on booking.com, went and came along. I didn't book it there, but I just came in and spoke to the owner, and he did it me for that price. Compared to Old Manali, I've seen like hostel beds are about 400, 500 rupees. So for the price of a hostel bed there, I've got a double room here, which I really needed when I had a dodgy stomach and I got here and I needed a place to rest, relax, and with my own bathroom. That was the most important thing. So yeah, this is what you get in Manali. And this pretty much finishes off this Manali video. I didn't do a lot of stuff here because I was sick for a long time, but I wanted to show you New Manali and Old Manali and compare the two. I think they're really nice places to visit for sure. I'll be heading off in 2 days' time up to Leh Ladakh on the most amazing road in the world, crossing 3 5,000 meter passes. this is going to be one of those dream road trips that you've always wanted to take. So look out for that video, it's coming soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. Goodbye for now.